Captain Jack.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Arr, it's the real Captain Jack.
Hey, everybody, welcome on in. Here we are. It is Wednesday evening, and look at this beautiful DC-3 aircraft, United Airlines, California, state of California. And we are in the state of Alabama. We are in Huntsville, Alabama tonight. We're going to fly to my hometown of Chattanooga, Tennessee, aboard this beautiful DC-3. And we're going to then travel on up to Knoxville, Tennessee. So we'll have a good time tonight. Welcome, welcome. Glad you are here. Let's see in the chat so far. I've got Randall. Hey, my buddy Randall. AE7RJ Amateur Radio is with us in the chat window. If you're viewing in tonight, guys, go ahead and please smash that thumbs up button. I'd like to get, let's say 25, 30 likes tonight on the stream, if at all possible. We're going to have a two-leg stream tonight in this beautiful DC-3. So I'll tell you what, we're going to get on board and we're going to take a look inside. So let's go ahead and do that. Vintage aircraft. I've been flying this now for a few days here in the simulator and trying to kind of get it ready just a little bit. I think we may have a visit from our buddy Owls a little bit later. We're going to check in with CST Gaming and his stream going on. Hello, Graham. Welcome, 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 Graham, up there in Scotland. A couple of things I thought I'd try to show you here. I've got our DC-3 throttles set up here in the Bravo throttle quadrant. And so, of course, being a twin-engine aircraft, we'll have to get everything cranked up and going with that. We are going to go ahead and do a more or less a full cold and dark start here tonight. I thought that would really be interesting to everybody. So we'll go ahead and do a cold and dark start. All right, so we'll go ahead and get started with that. I do have my trusty checklist here, of course. Got to go through the checklist. This aircraft really sets up kind of differently than, of course, the stuff that we're used to here on the stream on a Wednesday night. So, yeah, once again, don't forget to smash that thumbs up button. Sure would appreciate it. Appreciate you saying hi in the chat. So go ahead and do that. All right, let's get started here. We're going to set our weight and balance, and the way we do that in this aircraft is we're going to come up here and we're going to pull up our sim brief flight plan. And we're going to come down here to our payload. We're going to look at our cargo and payload. We're going to look at our fuel. And set that up, and we're going to go ahead and set that up within the simulator. We don't really have another way to do that. So our payload passengers are 22. We're going to have, let's see, our fuel 1347 with 4932 pounds of fuel. We're going to go ahead and actually what I need to do, too, with this, I'm still getting used to setting all this stuff up. We're going to have a cargo load of 1,210 pounds. We're going to have a block fuel of 1,347. The Chattanooga payload total is 5,060 pounds. Our zero fuel weight will be 26,000 pounds in this aircraft. So let's go ahead and set up our cargo. So that's going to be down here. We're going to look at these figures right now. So our payload total, as I look at this, is 5,060 pounds. So we'll go ahead and bring this up. We're going to have pretty full flight, 22 passengers, and the full load of this aircraft. So we're going to come up to about, there we go, 5209. Okay, that's actually 5060. So let's go ahead and see if I can't roll that in there. Okay, that's close enough, 5034. Our payload is set. Our block fuel is 1347, so we're going to give ourselves, let's look at our fuel load here. Our fuel, we're at 2412, so we'll go ahead and go with that. Al's is here. Al's, hello, Isaac, my buddy Isaac. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We're setting up, once again, if you guys are just joining us here in the DC-3. in Huntsville, Alabama. You know, I actually found a website, too. This was pretty cool, where I could download some big band music. I'd love to play some big band nostalgia music during this, but I didn't quite get that set up, so we'll try that for the next one. Isaac is here. Dom is here. Yo, Dom. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Glad to have you here tonight. Got some guys that, as usual, I want to kind of tell you about, as we like to do here on the stream. Of course, our good friend Mickey D. Mike and his channel there on YouTube. Be sure to check out Mickey D. Mike, MICKITYYYY, Mike on YouTube. And, of course, there's the nearly famous and always incredible Al's. Check out Al's website there, and sure would appreciate that. Of course, CST Gaming, our good friend Mello, and I've got a couple more that I want to share with you later this evening, including my good friend Matt, K0LWC. So we'll get back to those in a little while. And Dom, Yoham, I'd love to kind of promo y'all's channels on there too, so we'll get around to that. All right, let's get back into the cockpit and let's start setting things up from the checklist. We're going to go to the overhead in the DC-3. Now, isn't that a lot simpler? Let's see. Yoham, hello, welcome. Glad you're in here, brother. Good to see you tonight. By the way, I think KSM Kills My Skills has got to be moderating the YouTube chat. He's supposed to be here tonight, so I appreciate you guys joining us. All right, so let's go ahead and get over here. We're going to make sure that everything's turned off. Our battery is turned off. Avionics are off. Radios, of course, are all off at this time. Our main ignition, we're going to pull that out. That needs to be off while we're getting started. Our magnetos are set to off. Our parking brake, we go down underneath, and we're going to make sure that that parking brake is set. So let's get that out. Parking brake is pulled out and set. Okay, our trim is going to be put into the neutral position. So we're going to come here, and we're going to zoom in on the trim. I'll use the trim wheel on the Bravo to set that. We're going to set that to 0. And get that going there. All right, autopilot is off. Our cross feeds are off. I did check those just a moment ago. Our gear handle is down and into the locked position, and we're going to check that by going here to the center. Our gear is the red, and it is down and locked. That's good. Our flap handle, flaps are up and neutral, so the yellow handle there is that. Our hydraulic reservoir, we're going to go up here and check that. And our red mark is filled to the level, so the landing gear, flaps, hydraulic fluid pressure at 0 PSI is correct. So we're going to do that. All right, now we're going to get down here too, and of course we've got our doors open, so we're going to just go ahead and say everybody's loaded on, and we're going to get those doors shut, and we do those with these two buttons over here. We'll check that outside. Yep, doors are shut. All right, we're just about ready for engine start here tonight. Glad you guys could make it. Like I said, I've been practicing flying this thing for the past 3 days. I had flown it before, but it had been some time. So now we're going to go ahead and get all our hydraulics started up. So the way that we do that is we turn our hydraulic valve to on, and we're going to get down here, and we're going to pump. Let's see, let's bring some sounds up. 3, 4, 5, 6, and I go ahead and hit it a 7th time too. And we're watching our hydraulic pressures come up over here. I'm going to get rid of that yoke so we can see that. Okay, our hydraulic pressures have come up for our engine start. Our cowl flaps, let's get back to that. The cowl flaps are in the open position. Flight controls, of course, I just got rid of the yoke, but our flight controls are full and free. That's good. All right, let's see where I am now. Our carb heats on here are full forward and locked. These 3 levers down with the C on them. Tom, hey, welcome, Tom. KD480T is here. Glad to have you along, Tom. All right, blowers are off. Our propellers, we're going to do that. The way we do that, of course, is we've got our prop handles here, and we're going to roll those to the full forward position. So our prop handles are good. You can see that on the Bravo and on the screen. Our mixture is set to cut off, and we're going to go ahead and crack our throttles so we can get that up. That's all set. All right, let's get our battery on up here, and I'm going to go ahead and get our battery cart connected up, and we can go outside Now, I do not know why those engines are spinning at the moment. I've had this airplane do this to me a time or two. The engines are already spinning, but we're going to go ahead and let's see if I can get those to calm down there. I don't know why those engines are on. The magneto. Oh, you know what? I know what happened here. Okay, let's get those off and let's pull that off. Okay, my throttle quadrant automatically took over control of the airplane because I am using Lorby axis and O's. Okay, okay, those engines are down where they need to be. All right, let's go ahead and go through here. So we've got our props set. Our throttles are cracked. Let's see, our mixtures are at idle cutoff. Let's get that battery on now. All right, the battery switch we're going to go ahead and throw on. All right. Battery is on. Battery volts. We're going to check our voltage here, and our voltage is coming up to where it should be, so that looks good on the starter. Hey, Cap Zimp is here. Cap, hey, welcome. Glad to have you along. Thanks for being aboard our beautiful Douglas DC-3 tonight here in Huntsville, Alabama. Okay, let's go ahead and set our fuel now. The way we get our fuel flowing from the tank is we have to come around. And I always have to look up here. All right, let's get our right fuel tank set to the right side and our left to the left. All right, that's good. All right, fuel is there. We should start to get some pressure on our fuel gauges here in just a moment. And yeah, everything's looking pretty good at this time. All right, that's good. Let's see. Yep, we're going to get set to go. We're going to get in the air here pretty quick. We are going to be on VATSIM tonight, so we'll look and see if we have somebody. It looks like Memphis Center is on. Let me go ahead and bring up VATSPY and see if we're under Memphis coverage, and I'll show you guys this on the screen here. Let's go ahead. Huntsville is not, so Huntsville to Chattanooga is where we're going. We are on simaware.ca, of course, and the other thing I want to do here is get landing rate monitor in, and of course it's going to come up that way, and I'm going to put my flight plan in that so that we show up on fshub.io as well. Set active flight plan, that's good. We've got that in place. All right, I can get rid of that. That's a screen that you guys can't see here. But that's okay. All right, so we are going to use our CTAF frequency, so we'll get our CTAF frequency for KHSV, and that's going to be 127.6. So we'll get that once we get the radios on. We'll get the main cam back up here. Okay, we're ready for engine start. Very good. We can get our beacon and nav lights on. Those are on. Let's get that main ignition pushed in. This airplane is fun to start, guys. It's really kind of a trip. So, all right, we're ready to go to the next page here. All right, fuel booster pumps. We got to get the fuel booster pump on. I don't know what that was, but let's get the fuel booster pumps on, and we'll listen to them come up. Sounds this airplane makes is absolutely wonderful. Just wonderful. Okay, I can see that my fuel pressure is up, and here we go. Yep. Looks good. Voltage is good. We've got manifold pressure that's coming up, so that's good. And we can go ahead and get these engines started. Okay, so the magnetos are off. Let's do our engine energize. So we're going to turn that on and count to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I hope you guys can hear those sounds coming up. Bernice, hello. Welcome, welcome. Glad to have you here. All right, let's get our engine mesh started. And we're going to count 12 blades. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, there we go. Let's get the magnetos on. We're going to turn those on, and we're going to do our engine primer. All right. And there we go. We're also going to bring up the mixture, and we're going to look down, and we've got a good start on number 2. All right. Okay, let's go ahead and do the same for number 1. Yeah, the sounds are amazing, aren't they? 1, 2. Isaac, I understand you're a real pilot. Is that correct? You might note in the chat there. Okay, and mesh. Okay, and we're going to get that up. Oh, let me get my view back up here, and engine primer on and mixture up. All right, guys, there we go. Listen to those sounds. Yeah, I hope the stereo is coming through on YouTube, because I definitely have that right engine in this ear and the left engine in this ear. That's crazy. Yeah, Al's, you got to spend a little time with it, man. It takes a little getting used to. Like I said, I've been working with it for a while, but yeah, it's definitely crazy. All right, let's get down here, and we're going to set our RPM. Let's get our RPM down to 12 to 15 so we can kind of do an engine run up. Those engines should balance themselves here. Okay. Let's get that RPM down just a little bit. We're going to let the aircraft warm up. Yeah, I want you guys to be able to hear the sounds of this engine. Let's go outside and hear it. Yeah, pretty doggone amazing, isn't it? All right. Let's get back on board here and go through the rest. Okay, mixtures now, since we've got everything on, we're going to take the mixtures to auto rich. Here are the red handles. They are on auto rich. That's good. We can turn our fuel pump off. Okay, booster pumps off. Oil pressure. Let's check our oil pressure down here. Fuel pressure is up. Oil is in the green. Temp is in the green. Cylinders and cylinder temps are in the green, both on the left and right engine. Hey, Pitchy, welcome. Pitchy roll is here. I got old man eyes, man. I got to look at my chat window over there. I need to get my chat window closer to me. But hey, welcome. Yeah, Graham, pretty amazing sounds. Isaac says, yes, not the airlines yet. I'm a commercial student. I have a PPL. Good for you, man. Good for you. I tell you, our buddy Noah, who couldn't be here this evening, he is back in Colorado, though, and will hopefully be with us next time. And I got some stuff to tell you about that once we get up to cruise. But looking forward to doing some stuff with Noah there. All right, we need to go back upstairs here and get our generators on and our air radios and everything on. We're going to be essentially at this point, we're going to be using 1200 on our ADF. I'll go ahead and give that. We'll see if somebody turns up in VATSIM here in a little bit, but it doesn't really look like it at this time. Okay, let's set our altimeter. We're just going to be simple here tonight and use the B button. And we're going to check our altimeter. All right, altimeter is set. Tail wheel, we got to get under here and unlock our tail wheel, which is this green knob. So we're going to unlock our tail wheel so we can indeed taxi. Okay, yeah, Pitchy, we're flying a Douglas DC-3, United Airlines. We're going to be flight 501 tonight, but a vintage DC-3. Man, I have got to get some big band music that I can play for you guys when we're ready. All right, let's see. Let's bring our SimBrief flight plan back in here and see what runway we're supposed to take off on. And your briefing is we're going to be flying at 5,000 feet. All of 5,000 feet. How about that? That's going to be our altitude tonight. We're going to take off on runway 18 right. Now, I do kind of have this up here for you on our charts. And I thought I had something else that was going to work for us tonight. Actually, we'll try that here in just a minute. But let me go ahead and bring up monitor 2 so you can see our chart here for Huntsville. We're going to go ahead and take off, as the flight plan says, on 18 right. So we're right here about where it says fire station. And we're going to taxi over via Golf Whiskey. And then we'll get on 18 right. So I think we're set for that. Let's go ahead and get rid of that and bring that back up here. just take a view of that aircraft one more time. Yeah, we're going to need to make a sharp right turn and head over that way, and we'll get rid of our battery cart. Okay, let's go through the rest of the checklist here. The lights are on. We're going to go ahead and get pitot heat on, although it's 80 degrees in Huntsville right now. And we are set for taxi. Okay. Go ahead and put my checklist here, or where I can get to it. We are going to do an engine run-up momentarily, so we'll stand by for that. But let's go ahead and get ready to taxi here. Huntsville CTAF, this is United 501 Vintage DC3. We're going to be taxiing for runway 18 right, around the terminal to Golf, and then down Whiskey to 18 right. United 501 Huntsville. Okay, so let's get that parking brake off. We'll get that switched off, and as you can see, we're starting to move. Oh, wait a minute, I got to stop this for a minute. Our tail wheel is still in the locked position. I gotta always check that tail wheel, and sometimes I have problems with the throttle quadrant here. Let's see. All right, okay, those are off. All right, let's get back up here. There we go. Now we're going to turn. You guys were asking how you taxi in this thing. You set up a view to where you can kind of see out in front of the aircraft. That's how you taxi in it. All right, we're gonna go ahead and get rolling here. Let's see. Hey, how you doing, Rob? Glad you're here tonight. Incredible setup, chat. Yeah, we're going to show you guys a picture of my flight sim setup here just in a little bit. So let's go ahead and we're going to taxi out around the terminal. Nobody else here in Huntsville this evening. All our pressures look good. Of course, we have a random truck driving around, so we'll try not to hit him. Yeah, I'm gonna say that we are clear for taxi. All right, we missed the truck, and away they go. Yeah, Pitchy, this is actually the Duckworks DC3. It definitely is an update from the standard aircraft that Microsoft Flight Simulator has. Hey, Andrews Aviation is here. Hey, buddy, good to have you. Welcome to the Captain Jack flight stream tonight. We're in Huntsville, Alabama, and we're going to go ahead and get started to Chattanooga, Tennessee. Chattanooga, Tennessee is my hometown. It's where I'm originally from. Yep, DC3 ops today. We're actually a part of this route. I believe I looked it up and saw that it was actually real. And you know, I think on occasion we'll let's see, we're clear left and clear right. I think one of the things that we'll end up doing on occasion is trying to fly some old nostalgic DC3 routes in addition to the 737. And guys, I'm about to do a major update on my computer. Kind of been talking with Al's about it. Noah, CST Gaming, been talking with him just a little bit about it. And by the way, if you look down here real quick, this part, there's our autopilot. That's our autopilot. I'll explain that here in just a couple of minutes. And once we get up to the runway, we're going to line up and wait. And then actually what I'm going to do before that is we're going to go ahead and pull up here, and we're going to do our engine run-up. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, I'm going to stop short. Huntsville traffic, United 501 DC3. We're going to stop short of the runway and do engine run-up. United 501 Huntsville. Okay, let's get that parking brake back on. All right, parking brake is on. We can check that underneath here, and it's in the pulled out and locked position, so that's good. All right, let's do our engine run-up. Tail wheel, we're not going to lock it just yet because we still got to move. Mixtures, as you can see on the throttle cam, mixtures are full rich. Cowl flaps, let's take a quick look back at our cowl flaps, and they are in the open position. Okay, cowl flaps are open. Fuel selectors are on the main tanks. We've got that. Let's set our engine RPM. In this aircraft, you watch your engine RPM and your manifold pressure. So let's set 1500. Listen to those sounds. Okay, we'll get back in the aircraft. You say this airplane is confusing? Yeah, I just got to spend a little time with her, get to know her. You know, like any girl, right? You got to get to know her a little bit. That's all right. Okay, fuel booster pumps are off. Mixtures are auto rich. Cowl flaps open. Fuel selectors, main tanks. Engine RPM set. Propellers. Okay, we're going to take those to the full range, and we're going to watch our RPMs and make sure that they drop at the proper point, and they do. Okay. Magnetos, they're looking good. Everything is good up top. All right, we are set. All right, radios, transponder, autopilot. We're going to set. We're going to line up on the runway before we do that, though. So let's go ahead and get the parking brake off. And I tell you, taking off in this airplane is a real trip. Yep, it's getting towards toga time. Okay, let's go ahead and roll up here. Okay, I need to do one other thing here as we pull on out. Okay, we're going to line up on the runway here. Huntsville traffic, United 501, vintage DC3, lining up to wait, runway 18 right. Okay, we need to get pointed more or less straight down the runway, and let's go ahead and stop her. Hear those brakes creak. Let's get our parking brake on. Parking brake is on. All right, we're going to come back underneath. We're going to put that tail wheel in the locked position. All right, we're almost ready for takeoff here. Let's see, there was something else I wanted to find real quick. All right, and let's see, I'm going to bring that up. Guys, we're just about set. There it is. That's what I wanted. Okay, we're going to go ahead and...
Yeah. It's the real Captain Jack.
Yes, it is. All right, we need...
Okay. It's the real...
That's not what I want. That's not what I want. Okay, you ready? Let's
Toga!
Yeah, there we go. Okay.
Toga!
All right, you ready? Yeah, let's go.
Get her done.
All right, guys, here we go. We're going to get her done. All right, here we go. Okay, that tail should start to come up now. Okay, tail is coming up. That means I've got steering with the tail rudder. And we're hitting 80 knots, and 80 knots is toga. All right, lift off. There we go. There we go, guys, in the air. Positive rate of climb, gear up. Yeah, she shakes and rattles and rolls a little bit. Okay, we're in the air. Go ahead and fly out the length of the runway. Okay, I lost my chat window here, but there we go. Okay, yeah, rotatey. There we go. We got the rotatey up. We're going to go ahead and get ready to make a left turn. Now, one thing that we will do is when we get ready to set our autopilot is we're going to line up our heading indicator with our compass. These are independent of each other, and they're gyroscopically controlled. So I'm going to go ahead and fly the aircraft out manually here. And then I'm doing something new with Sky Vector tonight that I wanted to show you guys that actually is really, really cool. All right, we're going to go ahead and start our left turn. Huntsville traffic, United 501 DC3, beginning our turn towards the northeast, towards Chattanooga. United 501, Huntsville traffic. Okay, guys, here we go on our turn. And we're going to come around to a course of 066 on our compass. Okay, we're going to come out of the turn here. And then I'm going to show you guys how to set up this autopilot. This is pretty cool. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to line our gyro up. We're going to unhinge our gyro here. And then we're going to line our gyro up with the compass underneath by twirling this knob. Okay, there we go. We've got 6 and 6 basically lined up together. I'm going to turn everything on. Oh, you know what? We've got to go back here and we have to change our hydraulic valve forward or the autopilot doesn't work. Okay, now we go. Let's realign this just a little bit. I'm going to keep holding this climb. You can see we're climbing out at about 1,000 feet a minute and 120, just under 120 knots. Okay, here we go. All right, let's get that turned on. I'm going to push that in. And now we're going to be able to set our climb. Okay, there we go. I'm setting the vertical gyroscope. And you can see that I'm nosing a little bit up, nosing a little bit down. We're holding a course right now of about 047. And we're flying out over Huntsville. We're going to fly more or less over the downtown area of Huntsville, which is right here. I actually lived in Huntsville for a while when I was younger. And the airplane does tend to drift a little bit, so you got to kind of watch things. And I'll show you what we're going to do. I'm going to bring this up here. I actually have SkyVector connected to the sim. And where's the airplane? There's the airplane. So here's our airplane. Got to let it line up. And we're going to get on course and we're going to set for about 066 to Chattanooga. We're going to climb to 5,000 feet. So SkyVector is talking to the sim. I don't know if any of you guys have used this, but it's really cool. It's a good way to help navigate yourself. And okay, I think we're getting blown by a little wind there, so we're going to come back. And I'm going to pull SkyVector back up here to where we can kind of keep an eye on where we're going. So that's kind of the only automation that we're using as far as that goes. Okay, I'm going to bring that over here because it's taking up too much room. And nope, that wasn't supposed to happen. Okay, let's get it over here on this screen. All right. Yeah, the air, I think we're getting blown by some winds, so we need to come back. And you'll notice that as I change the gyroscope, it's opposite to what the compass is, and sometimes if you change it too much, the airplane's going to oscillate back and forth a little bit. It's going to kind of do this number, as you see it doing right now. So we'll just let that kind of balance out, and I'm going to make sure that we're set at the proper climb and power settings, because we can come back on that now. We're going to look at our manifold pressure and our RPM. So we're going to drop our manifold pressure to 32, and we're going to drop our prop RPM back to 2,500 revolutions. Yeah, for sure, Rob. Yeah, the autopilot's holding here. And I can use the rudder as a little bit, but I wanted to show you guys how this autopilot works. You can see we're climbing. Let's go ahead and get a little more climb in there. So I'm going to lower the gyroscope indicator a little bit. And so we're climbing from about 500 to 700 feet per minute. And we're climbing out at about 140 knots, so that's good. And we'll keep on up till we get up to about 5,000 feet. Okay, we'll hold that climb a little bit. Just looking back on my checklist here. Okay. Climb, we want to be at an RPM of 2350, so we're going to look down here, and we're going to bring that up just a little bit. A little more power, you can hear it in the engines there. Anyway, guys, hope you're going to enjoy the flight. We've got some really nice views to look at here as we fly over Huntsville and get on out over towards Chattanooga tonight. Take a look out the left wing here, and then over to the right wing. I actually know this town very well. Worked in this town. As a matter of fact, I worked in that building right there. It's called the Times building in downtown Huntsville, and over here you see the arena. The arena complex, that's the Von Braun Civic Center in Huntsville, Alabama. You know, we may have missed it, but the Alabama Space and Rocket Center, there it is actually. I can see it back there, and you can see the rockets. You can see the rockets at the Alabama Space and Rocket Center. How about that? That is very cool. Love, love, love this aircraft. Hope you guys are enjoying the flight. Let's see, Kills is here. Would you recommend the DC-3? Only flew it 3 times and then uninstalled it. I haven't tried the Duckworks mod yet. Yeah, KSM, that's what we're flying tonight. We are flying the Douglas DC-3 from Duckworks. And yeah, highly recommend it. There's a bit of a learning curve like there is with any aircraft. And I'm still getting it. I really probably only have, I would guess, max about 10 flights in this aircraft. Let's see, Bernard says, my son and I did 2 space camps there. Oh, well, that's all a familiar looking area to you, Bernard. Awesome, awesome. Okay, let's see how we're doing on our flight path here. We're actually off it a little bit. Let me bring this over here to where you guys can see. Okay, where'd our airplane go? It's in there somewhere. Ah, there she is. Yeah, now you're pointing the right direction. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to make a turn back over here to our right, which means, as you remember, I have to do it in the opposite direction to get it to turn to the right. No, come on. Okay, there we go. I don't want to do too much or we'll get that oscillation going on. Okay, let's let her find herself there, and then we'll give her a little more. Let's come to 075 on the heading. And we're continuing to climb. And actually, we're at about 5,600 feet. So now what we can do, let's go ahead and climb to 6,000. We'll go ahead and clear ourselves to 6,000 feet. And we'll keep on going up here. Yeah, so I really do recommend, guys, if you want to fly a really cool aircraft that's vintage and learn about those kind of times, really recommend that you do check out the Duckworks DC-3. Hey, Bernie's here. Bernie, howdy. How you doing? You can come on up in the cabin, Bernie. You know, this aircraft has a pretty nice cabin, actually. Let's take a look back here. All right, let's do this, and let's get back here in the cabin. It's apportioned pretty well, you know, for the time. There you go. That's about as far as I can get back into it. But and there is a lavatory. There is a lavatory on board, so we do have in-flight bathroom. All right, we're at 5,800 feet. We're going to get ready for a cruise here. I'm going to go ahead and auto lean our throttle. Here, a little bit of a change in the pitch. And we're almost at 6,000 feet. Of course, we'd be nearly to 30,000 feet in the 737 right now, wouldn't we? Yeah, there you go. All right. Hey guys, one more thing I'd like to tell you before we get to our cruise altitude here is be sure to check out my good friend Matt, K0LWC here on YouTube. If you're an amateur radio operator, Matt has so much great information and really has a great channel for you to check out. So I would encourage you, first chance you get, go on over to Matt, K0LWC's channel, and check him out. Matt does a lot of really good, informative, and informational videos on YouTube. All right, here we go. We are at 6,000 feet, so we're going to go ahead and get our autopilot set. And we're going to then set our, okay, I got to get our leveler there. Yeah, we're decreasing in altitude a little bit. Okay, we're going to kind of keep that nose up just a little bit. And let's set our cruise of 28 inches and 2050 RPM. So we're going to look down here at our manifold. So our manifold needs to be set at 28 inches, which we do with the throttle. And our cruise RPMs need to come down to 2050, and you'll hear that coming down. All right, we do that with the prop, the pitchable prop. So once again, we're set at about 28 inches of manifold pressure and 2050 on the prop, and we should be able to get our altitude and cruise leveled out here. Like I said, guys, I've got about 10 flights in this aircraft, and I did do a bunch over the weekend, but you can see we're flying pretty doggone level here. All right. Got a little bit of a turn to the right there, but I'm not going to worry too terribly much about that. I actually recognize all this country because I grew up in this area. We're coming up, though, to where we're going to turn to 082. So let's go to 082. Because that's going to put us more on our flight path towards Chattanooga. In a little while, we'll be flying over Stevenson, Alabama. Let me show you on our Sky Vector map here. All right, there's our aircraft. We're off the line a little bit, but we're heading the general direction, and we're heading towards Chattanooga. Then we'll do a quick turnaround, and we'll head on to Knoxville, Tennessee. If that sim were on with us tonight, I basically would be asking them for a VF flight following. I have filed the flight plan. Okay, I'm just trying to get this window set where I need it. Okay, that's better. Okay, and we'll continue on course. Let's see. Had a couple of oh, I was going to show you this. We'll go ahead and show you. This is the flight sim setup here at the Captain Jack Flight Sim. There we go. That's our flight simulator setup here. Yoke and throttle quadrant. Of course, you can see the DC-3 throttles there, and the way the mixture, the throttles, and the prop mechanism set up. I've got my, this is my OBS switcher iPad right there. This is my other iPad that I use also for following my flights and being able to set up everything that we need to set up for. all the procedures and everything, and including showing you chart plots. As you can see, sky vectors over here. My main flight sim screen is here. And this is how I am monitoring what we have going out to YouTube, and then, of course, OBS on the left side. You can see my rudder pedals down here in the bottom, and this a blue-eyed monster down there, that's the actual flight sim computer. So those are set up. Rob says, KSM Kills My Skills says, nice sim rig, man. Yeah, I'm really grateful for that, buddy. I have spent a long time putting this together. And the announcement that I was going to make is that I'm actually building a whole new flight sim computer here, probably within the next week. Got some funds together and some things together to be able to do that. And so we're going to put together, this is an i7-10700 with a 32 gig of DDR4 RAM. We're going to go up to DDR5, 32 gig there. Have an i9, I think it's a 1420, 12th generation maybe. I've forgotten exactly the specs on it. And terabyte drive on board. And let's see, what else? We're going to go up, instead of the AMD RX 6750 XT, we're going to go ahead and jump up to a GTX 4070, either the Super or the TI maybe is what we're looking at. So going to make quite a jump here in flight sim computers pretty soon. Really looking forward to that. I've been kind of waiting for that for a very long time. It should be quite a jump up. Kills with this aircraft right now. I've got to look up here in the upper corner. I can't quite see it. I've got 37 FPS right now, and that's usually about where I sit with the 737 as well. Let's go ahead and get a zoom out, but I do not have my graphics turned up to max. Man, it's neat. I just know this country. I've spent my young growing up days all over the place here. Got friends who have grown up on some of these mountains. Love the sound of that aircraft. Yeah, one of the other airplanes I was going to tell you guys that I'm going to be flying will be, oh, you know what? We need to get our cow flaps into the trail position here. I did not do that a moment ago. Nope, not closed, trail. Okay, there we go. Notice that when we were outside looking. Now you can see that the cow flaps are basically trailing against the edge of the aircraft. Look at this graphic. This is great. I hope you guys can see this. I hope my send to YouTube is rendering this the way that it should. But you can see the heat from the exhaust and the engines. Can you guys see that? Let's see. And by the way, the little appendages here on the aircraft, this is the air cooler, or the oil cooler. I'm sorry, this is the oil cooler down here. Here's the pitot tubes. Come on, get your chin up there, aircraft. Okay, there we go. And you can see you've got a couple of VHF radio lines under here as well as radio lines up on top of the ship and the antennas sticking up there. Yeah, love this aircraft. This is just a lot of fun. 072. A lot of manual flying. It's definitely a lot different than flying the 737. But it sure is fun. Sure is fun. That pilot's window looks like it's open. Well, no, it's not. All right, there you go. Little view outside. Okay, we also need to kind of see where we're going to be, because descent into Chattanooga is not going to take long, and it's not going to be very far either. So, yeah, I tell you, this is so much fun getting to fly this airplane. Now, you know what's neat is looks like ground and tower are on for us in Knoxville. At KTYS is where we're going. Going to be going to KTYS tonight up in Knoxville after we do a quick turnaround there in And yep, that's my hometown. I thought about doing some flying around Chattanooga to show you a few things, but we'll just go ahead and tool on up to Knoxville. But someday we're going to fly into Nashville in this aircraft. And you can see she's holding her autopilot. Well, we're drifting down a little bit. We're at about 5,400 feet right now. Okay. I was talking and not watching, so let's go ahead and get our nose back up there. I'm not ready to descend just yet. I'm going to go ahead and bring our RPM up a little bit and our manifold pressure so we can get back into a bit of a climb. Now, one thing that I found that I was going to tell you guys about too is slowing this airplane down can be a real trick sometimes. When you're descending, I'm getting better at it, but there you go. Hey, don't forget to smash that thumbs up button if you haven't yet. Let's see, I've got 15. I'd like to get 25, maybe even 30 by the end of the stream tonight, but I'll tell you what, if we could get 18, if we could get 3 or 4 more by the time we land in Chattanooga, that would be absolutely great. So, yes, see, 15 now, and sure would appreciate you guys hitting that thumbs up button if you have not yet. Mark subscribed. Mark, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Just a new subscriber, man. I think I'm at 287. Man, when I can hit 300, I'll feel real good. That'll be awesome, awesome, awesome. All right, let's see. I wanted to see if CST, I believe, is on the air. Hey, don't forget, my buddy Al's has a flight tomorrow afternoon. Check Al's channel for all the details on that, of course, but he'll be flying tomorrow afternoon, and he looks like it's going to be a Kai-Tak to Manila. Yeah, eventually I'm going to branch out and do some around-the-world flights, too, but I have not really flown anything outside of domestic at the moment. All right, let me get you back over here. All right, we're back at 6,000 feet. Nope, I want to get that in. Where was, oh yeah, right here. Okay. That should lock us at about 6,000 feet. That's our lock or cage, uncage control, as it were. And that should hold our altitude. I've kind of learned a little bit about how to fly this airplane with the autopilot too. You know, the thing that, I'm going to turn us to the right just a little bit. The thing that will happen with a lot of these aircraft, and you'll hear a lot of people who will tell the story, is that back in World War II, this was the aircraft that dropped paratroopers onto the beaches or the front behind the beaches at Normandy. And we may fly a military version of which was called the C-47 sometime. But these airplanes on a 5 or 6 hour mission, you flew by hand an awful lot. It was really, really just an incredible thing. The guys who flew these aircraft in the wars were really amazing people. By the way, that's the Tennessee River over there to our right. And look at that. That is a power plant. You know, I put in the We Love VFR package for Microsoft Flight Simulator, and look, that's a power plant that's along the Tennessee River near Scottsboro, Alabama, and they've even got a smoke plume coming out of it. That is pretty cool. That was something else I wanted to tell you guys about when we got into some of these low and slow flights, is the fact that I put in the We Love VFR package, and I've been real pleased with it. Yesterday I flew around Nashville, Tennessee, and flew around the big WSM radio tower. And that was just spectacular. Just spectacular. As a matter of fact, I think I have some screenshots I can show you. Let me take this off the screen here just real quick. Yeah, there we go. This picture I did yesterday flying around the WSM Nashville radio tower. Now, this tower is not a precise, exact replica of the Diamond Blah Knox antenna, but it's pretty descriptive of that transmitter site there. Let's see. Let's bring the other one up. Actually, is it over here? Where are you? Okay, there we go. Yeah, but and this is real accurate. The transmitter building back here, you can see the transmitter building is very accurate. They do have another little tower with an FM antenna on top of it, and they have the extra backup to the big tower. But that's what it looks like just southwest of Nashville, Tennessee, the transmitter site. I'll show you guys an actual real picture of the WSM radio tower here. I'll look that up real quick and show it to you because it's worth seeing. Okay, we'll bring this over, and you can see that we're indeed getting closer to Chattanooga. So we're going to start a descent in just a few minutes, and we're going to be going into Level Field, KCHA. Once again, we are on simaware.ca, and if you look up UAL 501. We go ahead and yeah, it's saying we're arriving shortly. All right. Yep. And there we are. Let's bring that over here. We'll bring that up on monitor 2. Here we are. You see our flight path there from Huntsville on into Chattanooga. All right. The other thing that we should do too is get our winds and our landing direction. So let's get that set up, KCHA. Okay. Calm. So we have our picker runway. So I think let's change to KCHA. And I'll also need to get the CTAP frequency. So Chattanooga, Level Field. Okay, I think we'll go ahead and come in on runway 15 and then over to the terminal building. I think that'll do, don't you? I believe that'll be good. Let's see, catch back up with the chat here. Let's see. Okay. Rob got to bail out. A phone call coming in. Fly on, brother, fly on. We will, Rob, and if you get a chance, join us back in there. KSM saying those graphics will be looking nice with the new PC. Yeah. Actually, I read that one earlier, didn't I, KSM? Thanks, buddy. Randall says, do they have a little simulated engineer all freaked out about you flying around their tower? I don't know so much about that, Randall. I don't know so much about that. Oh, that's good. That's good. All right. I need to keep up with the chat a little bit better, guys. Sorry, I got distracted there showing you all that stuff. All right. We're going to be coming in on runway 15. Is that what I said? Yeah, runway 15. And so I need to turn us a little bit to our left. So let's get in here. Nope, I need to remember it's opposite. So we're going to go ahead and make a turn to about 070. Okay, and let's get ready to start taking her down here. And the nice thing is we can make it kind of a slow descent. Okay, so if we want to do a slow descent, we're going to set our power settings to 20 to 22 inches on the manifold. And then our RPM will be set for 2050. Okay, so let's get in here and do this. So once again, for a descent, 20 to 22 on the manifold. So we're going to take our manifold pressure down. and our RPM to 2050. Okay, there we go. Our pressures and everything are set. Let's go ahead and start descending. And we're on the way in. Hey, Paul, welcome. My buddy Paul is here. Welcome, Paul. Glad to have you along. Guys, one more time, I'd like to take a moment and remind you to check out my good friend Mickey D. Mike's channel. I got to get the right one up. There we go. Check out my friend Mickey D. Mike's channel here on YouTube. Mike is going to be, let's see, when is his next stream? I know he took a day or two off for some things that he needed to do. And I'm going to put his channel in the chat. So we'll go ahead and get that in there. All right, there's Mickey D. Mike's channel for you. Hey, Daniel, good to see you here. I think we're going to need to maybe not descend quite so much at the moment. Let's see, I want our altitude. Yeah, well, we're all right. We're going to come down to about 4,000 feet, guys. Don't forget to, once again, check out my good friend Mickey D. Mike there. And then, of course, Owls, as I was mentioning a moment ago, be sure to check out his YouTube channel. And, guys, go give these guys a thumbs up or a subscribe if you haven't had the opportunity to do that just yet. Would really appreciate you guys doing that, and I'm going to put Al's link there. And CST, hey, CST is here. I was just talking about you guys, and I was just about to bring you up there, brother. There you go. CST Gaming is here. Welcome. Glad to have you in, my friend. And when I got into the next leg of this flight, was going to try to maybe see if you were live streaming. I thought you were live streaming tonight. Let's go here. Okay, I've got to let's see. There we go. That's what I want. Well, not quite. That didn't quite give me what I wanted there. Let's see if this will. All right, there we go. Trying to pull up everybody's
what is your
channel here. Well,
go to
I don't want that.
and get the
So
best
let's
music and sound effects for your videos.
Yeah, that's good. Thank you very much. Didn't ask for it, but there it is. All right. Yep, CST got. Yeah, I thought you were streaming live tonight, there, buddy. But be sure to go give all my good friends here a subscription if you haven't done it yet, and I would really appreciate that. Okay, you're done streaming for this evening. Very good. Let's see, an on-flight simmer here. Hey, there you go. Had the DC-3 out myself earlier today in France. Oh, awesome. Well, we're flying into Chattanooga, Tennessee there and on. And this is my hometown, or my hometown growing up, I should say. I live in the Denver area now. I'm going to go ahead and level out here just a little bit. We're going to watch our altitude because we do have some mountains coming up. And we're going to get ready to do a turn to the right into the airport. So we're going to keep on coming around here until we get on a heading of about 150. I want to make the turns in this airplane gradual, though, because she tends to oscillate if we don't. Paratroopers would like to exit the aircraft now, probably not over Signal Mountain here. Hey, look, there's part of that We Love VFR Oh, these are actual radio TV. I know these towers. I know those towers. I used to work at those radio stations here in the Chattanooga area. Isn't that cool? That is so awesome. Okay, I need to go ahead and get a little more turn in here because we're going to have to turn back to the airport. As a matter of fact, I'm going to disengage the autopilot. I have the aircraft. And I'm going to start flying this on in, and we're going to continue in our descent power that we have. Still perfecting your landings and on. Yeah, I tell you, it can be a little tough in this aircraft. It really can. Okay, I have the runway in sight. I do not have the CTAF frequency set in for Chattanooga. So let me see if I can trim my nose up just a little bit there. And we're going to keep heading in towards level field Chattanooga. And I need to dial in my CTAF frequency, which I had not done yet. Okay. Okay, CTAF for KCHA. Yeah, I got the runway really good there. I'm going to go ahead and get flaps 1 in. We're going to start getting slowed down while we're descending. I may be too high. Okay, so we need 118.3. Chattanooga traffic, UAL 501 inbound for runway 15 at level field. United 501, Chattanooga. Okay, let's see. You know, I've got to look up some of the mainliner routes, Anon, for sure. Yeah, I'm thinking that maybe we're going to be too fast here. Yeah, getting the warning horn there. There's a lot to think about with this aircraft. I am going to do a turn. We're going to do a turn and get that speed down because, or actually, you know what? We can maybe do that. Let's get our props full forward, mixture rich. Let's see if I can get a couple of S turns in. Get that nose up. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we're going to have to go around. That's my throttle warning. So let's go ahead and do a turn. And we're going to get that speed down. Listen to the sound of that aircraft. It's crazy. Yeah, this is the Duckworks DC3 mod, Anon. It sure is. It sure is. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and do a turn out here. There's another radio tower down there. That is Chickamauga Lake at Chattanooga, Tennessee. In that little bay area right there, I used to go swimming and sail a sailboat. That's so cool. Okay, now we're getting to the speed to where I can go ahead and get the landing gear down. We get that. There's Chickamauga Dam. All right, let's get the landing gear down. Really noisy. Okay, landing gear down. I have 2 green and locked. All right, we're going to make one more turn here. We're going to keep our speed. And then we're going to turn back into the runway. All right, this is not looking too bad. You can see how I have the throttle set up. We've got our mixtures full rich. We've got our props full forward. And we're kind of controlling the power. I think I saw the shadow of the aircraft pass there. I do have a landing rate monitor up, so we'll see what it gives us when we come in. Once again, guys, I'm above a 200 for the most part, landing in the 737. There's our runway. Let's get to turn back out here. Okay, we want to land. Our landing speed wants to be between 85 and 105. Winds are calm in Chattanooga. That's really helpful. And runway 15. So here we go, guys. We are on the way. It is a Anon. It's a Bravo Aurora. Hey, welcome, Aurora Forza. It's a Bravo throttle quadrant, and it's some what do you call it? 3D printed throttle handles that I think I found on Etsy or something. You know, I actually do have the link to them, so if anybody wants them, shoot me an email, captainjackfltsim@outlook.com. I'd be glad to email you the throttles here. All right, there we go. Speed is good. We're at about 95 knots. We're coming in nice and level. One thing that I found, and you guys are going to experience it with me here, is that you need to leave a little power on as you're coming down to the runway. Okay, 2 white, 2 red, it looks like. We're coming in pretty good here on runway 15. Chattanooga traffic, United 501 DC3, 1 mile final, runway 15, Chattanooga. Okay, we're a little above, so we'll get that nose back down. I'm not going to record this landing. We'll record the next landing in Knoxville. Okay, here we go. We'll see what our landing rate ends up being. Nice approach. Okay, we're going to leave that power up. Okay, let's get down a little more. Power back and down. There we go. Hey, minus 143, man. I'll take that in the DC3. Hey, we even get the applause. How about that? Now, we just got to be careful because getting down this runway is tough until we get the tail wheel down. Come on, tail wheel, go down. Okay, there we go. And we got to unlock the tail wheel. Okay, I got to brake. We're going off. Yeah, she's tough to kind of guide down this runway, I'll tell you. All right. Okay, we used every bit of the runway, but I don't care. That was a good landing. I'll take that minus 143 in the DC3, man. All right, let's get slowed up here and make sure that, yeah, okay, tail wheel is unlocked. There's a lot of stuff to think about here with the DC3. Okay, good. Super happy with that. We'll taxi over to what I believe is the FBO over here. I don't know that we'll go all the way over to the terminal. Okay, and we'll get up here to where we can see our taxi. Okay, guys, that was a good landing. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Let's see, Aurora says, I'm looking to upgrade my throttle eventually. They work for now. Yeah, you know, that's all right, man. Do what you can when you can. I did buy the Chattanooga scenery for this airport here, and it really looks good, actually. Thank you, Anon. I appreciate that. Yeah, that was a decent landing. I'll take that one indeed. Kind of a little skewed all over the place towards the end there, but we'll go ahead and taxi up here. Thanks, CST. Appreciate that. Yeah, that was a decent landing. I wish we had recorded it, but you know, we're going to fly on to Knoxville, so we're going to do a pretty quick turnaround here. And let's just get turned around here. All right. And we're going to come to a stop. Okay, let's go ahead and go through the shutdown procedure here. Basically, we're going to go ahead and get, we're going to kill the engines there. All right, that's good. We're going to get our you know, this thing shuts down real easy. There you go. Let's get our battery cart on. And we're going to leave these lights on at the moment. Our generators, we're going to go ahead and turn the gens off. All right, that's set. Booster pumps, they're off. Everything is off. Pitot heat is off. Lights position, that's right, I've got to do that down here. And the beacon is off. All right, we're good. We should be connected to our battery cart. Yep, there it is. You'll notice a little battery cart here underneath the nose of the aircraft. Let's get our doors open. Okay. and we'll let our passengers off. We'll go ahead and see if that sim is on. I'm thinking about just doing a VFR to Knoxville. So let's see if that is on. If you guys would hold on for me for just a moment, if you don't mind, I will be right back. This has been a fun stream so far. Appreciate you guys being here. Okay, that's really all I needed for the moment there. So we'll go ahead and stop that. Let's go ahead and bring up Sim Brief, and let's get our flight in here. I'm going to let you guys go ahead and see this. We're going to create a new flight. We're going to be UAL. We're going to continue on with number 501. Oh, guys, I want to tell you, too, and I meant to tell you this while I was talking with talking about CST Gaming. He is giving away, and I've got to get a picture of it to where I can put it on the stream for you, and I will do that. We're going to KTYS Knoxville. He is giving away a Boeing tiller, and you guys really need to check out his channel for this. He's giving these away on his stream. And if you can catch one of the streams where he's doing that, I think you're going to be really, really happy with the Boeing tiller that CST Gaming is putting out. So don't forget to check out CST's channel and take a look at that. I meant to get some pictures, Mello, up here this evening, but I did not get the chance to. I had to go to Colorado Springs today for work, and I just did not have a chance to do all that. So anyway, there you go. We're gonna. Oh, now I did not want to do that. I'm gonna hit continue. Okay, good. I just turned the battery off, and the simulator thought, hey, he's totally in. By the way, off in the distance here, that is called Lookout Mountain here in Chattanooga, Tennessee, and I went to high school just at the base of Lookout Mountain down there, just across in Georgia. So, yeah, but guys, really check out CST's channel and some of the great flights and the great content that he puts out. If I can get my tongue untangled, I am a professional pronunciator, or at least used to be one in radio. So there you go. All right, we've got our doors open, so we're going to go ahead and go through the rest of the flight plan here. I just love this view of the aircraft outside. And Chattanooga actually is a really pretty little airport. Really pretty little airport. So let's get our flight plan finished up here. Let me bring that back and do 50 dozen different things at once here. Okay, we're going to look at that. That looks good. About another hour to Knoxville. That's about what I would figure. So we're going to generate flight. Let's go ahead and generate the flight. Okay, 85 nautical miles, 5,000 feet. That's really crazy, isn't it? En route burn, it says 345, empty weight, blocked fuel, cargo, payload, all of that is set. So our blocked fuel is 1,242 pounds. So let's get up in here and bring that up and make sure that we have that all set. We're going to say that we're taking a full run of passengers on up to Knoxville. We want, we've got 1,900 pounds of fuel on board. So I'm going to go ahead and go with that. So we'll get that set off. I did not turn off our fuel valves, but let's go back through our checklist and get started and go ahead and head on towards Knoxville. Okay, everything is pretty much set. Let's go through the checklist once again. The battery we're going to leave on because we do have the battery cart. Avionics master, let's get that turned off, and I need to do that down here. All right, very good. Go ahead and go through the rest of this checklist and get it set again. Okay, let's check our neutrality of our trim. As you can see, we need to reset our trim to 0. All right, trim is set. Let's see, autopilot is off. Well, yeah, that's all good. Let's see, somebody just, I got to watch Discord too, don't I? I forgot about that. Let's see. Oh, you know what? Yeah, I'm going to show you this. CST, thank you so much. You know what? We're going to take a moment here, and I'm going to bring up monitor 1. Here is the throttle, or the tiller that CST is giving away. And guys, this plugs in USB. It's really awesome. I tell you, I got to get a CST one way or the other someday. I got to get one of these for myself. It would fit right over here just fine. Mark, thanks for subscribing. Appreciate that. So, guys, there you go. Yeah, that's the tiller from CST Gaming. Let's see, KF0 UFO Andrew, welcome. Man, I appreciate you being here. Scott Hines, yeah, this Scott is here. Pilot Scott is here. This is the tiller that CST Gaming is giving away on his flights simulation channel on YouTube. So, guys, I don't know why I'm losing the bottom end of that. Let's see if I can reset this just a little bit. Not sure why Discord is doing that to me, but now, yeah, there you go. Now you can see the whole throttle, the whole tiller, if it would stay where I put it. Anyway, there you go. CST Gaming is giving these away on his stream, so be sure to get in there and subscribe and watch CST on his channel. And, man, I tell you, you're really going to enjoy his streams and what he does. CST, thanks for sending that to me. I really, really appreciate it. All right, let's see. What do I need to do next? Let's get back in the cockpit. And we're still down here at the settings for the trims. Let's see, autopilot, cross-feed, gear handle, red, down, and lock. That's good. Flap handle, I know, is up and in neutral. We can also look over on our flap indicator here on the left side of the cockpit, and we can see that that is set to neutral. Okay, we are good there. Hydraulic reservoir, let's take another look at that. We're going to go ahead and go through the pre-flight here for you guys who missed it. Okay, our hydraulic system, the red indicator is all the way up, so we are good on the hydraulic side of things. The hydraulic flow selector, which once again we have to put forward for the autopilot. We're going to put it in the back position, and we're going to then go ahead and get our doors closed. So let's do that. Let's get our doors closed. Check that outside the aircraft. I heard the doors shut. Okay, we are shut and loaded. All right, next part of the checklist. Scott says 3D printed one for CRJ, but never completed the actual hookup on a tiller. Oh, man, well, you should have done that, Scott. Yeah, that's really cool. Okay, let's get our hydraulic valve shut. Actually, let me see, hydraulic valve open. Okay, let's do that. All right, we're going to crank up our handle here. As you recall, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and down, and we see our hydraulic pressures coming up. We're going to open our cowl flaps. Those need to be open. Okay, hydraulic shut-off valve. Let's get that turned off. Okay, that's off. Carb heats, we didn't change those blowers. We didn't change them. The props, once again, are full forward, and I'll show you this here on the throttle quadrant in the aircraft. Our props are full forward. Our throttles are cracked, and our mixtures are at idle cutoff. All right, let's make sure our battery is on. Let's get our battery on. Up here, battery is on and ready. Battery volts, we're going to see our voltage come up. Voltage, okay, that's our amp draw. Our voltage, as I recall, is down here. Okay, there we go. Yep. Looking good there. Okay, battery voltage is good. Fuel gauges, and let's see, our fuel is turned on. We're good there. All right. Selector valves are on main tanks. Let's get our beacon and our nav lights on. Those are on. Our main ignition, let's get that. Make sure that that is pushed in, and it's good. All right, we're ready to start number 1. All right, let's get our fuel booster pumps on. And once again, love these sounds. Fuel booster pumps are on. Okay, engine energized. We're going to do number 2 first. 1001, 1002. Listen for the sound. 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's get our mesh on and start. There we go. Okay, we're spinning. Let's get our magnetos on, our primer on, and our mixture to auto rich. All right. Whoa, wait a minute. We don't have parking brake on. Hey, let's all right, okay, the parking brake's being flaky. There we go. Okay, parking brake is on. Thank you. All right, we got that done. All right, let's do number 2 or number 1. We're going to energize 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004, 1005, 1006, 1007, 1008, 1009, and mesh. Okay, she's up. Let's get our engine primer on. And there we go. You got, guys, this is so cool. This is so cool. I get the full stereo effect in my headphones. I get the full stereo effect in my headphones of the right engine and the left engine. We don't need no freaking parking brake. Vroom, vroom. Okay, all right. We are started once again. Okay, let's go back here. All right, let's check our engine RPM. Let's get that down to just under 1,500. All right, we'll max those out. Yeah, the airplane sound, Aurora, the airplane sounds so good. It's like, holy, yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Okay, let's get back in here and let's make sure that we've got everything done. Hydraulic pressure, let's give that a check. Yep, hydraulic pressure is in the green. Oil pressure is in the green. Fuel pressure is good. All right, we are set there. Let's get our inverter or the generators on. Up here, generators are on. We can get rid of the battery cart now. Okay, very good. Tail wheel is unlocked. Lights are ready. And we are ready to taxi. So we're going to taxi back out to 15. Let's get that back up here. I feel like I'm forgetting something, and it probably has to do with SimBrief. Yep, indeed it does. So I'm going to get in here and go ahead and file the flight plan. And to do that, I've got to pre-file. Okay, let me get this expanded out. There we go. Okay, pre-file on a network. We're going to pre-file on VATSIM. Okay, there we go. 5,000 feet, KCHA, KTYS. That looks good. One thing I do want to also do is going to view the PDF. And we're going to grab this, and I need to also put this. So we'll copy that, and we need to put this in SkyVector. Okay, so we're going to change this. KCHA. KTYS. Okay, and we're going to copy and paste. Okay, good. There we go. Now there's our flight plan in Sky Victor, which we will use to help guide us. Man, I don't know why I can't get this to resize to this screen the way I need it to. That will do for now. Okay, and I'll leave that over there. All right, we are ready to taxi. Let's see, where are we? So right now we're here at about the terminal, so we're going to taxi via Delta to 15, and we're going to take off on 15. So we'll taxi via Delta. Let's go ahead and let people in Chattanooga know. Good evening, Chattanooga traffic. This is United 501, Vintage DC3. We are going to be taxiing to runway 15 right via Delta from the terminal. Chattanooga traffic, United 501 DC3. All right, guys, we are ready to taxi and go. Radios are on. Actually, I got to do that again. Chattanooga traffic, United 501, going to taxi via Delta from the terminal to 15. United 501, Chattanooga traffic. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. We'll get started, get out of here. Let's get that parking brake off. And the aircraft's going to start moving. Let's see, Scott says used to fly into Chattanooga with SkyWest on the United system. Oh, yeah, you know, Scott, Chattanooga is my hometown, where I'm originally from. Let's see, Aurora says making my way over to Lublin in Poland with Wizz Air A320. Oh, nice, Aurora. I have not learned how to fly any of the Airbus stuff yet. I need to sometime. I think I have gone where I didn't quite want to go. Yeah, we're going to taxi. We're going to use the runway to taxi a little bit. I missed my turn there. All right, we're going to get back over here where we need to be. Thank God there's nobody else around right now. Okay, and let's come to this view to where we can see the taxiway better. Yeah, let's go ahead and turn on the taxiway here where we need to be. We're going to go ahead and set flaps 1 for takeoff. See the flaps splitting from the wing there. Very cool. Looks like some of the ortho in this scenery has dropped off some. I've got 70 frames per second. Wow. So we'll go ahead and taxi on down. Let's see, Aurora says just recently figured out the A320 and it's a blast to fly. Really simple startup, but still a fun aircraft. Oh yeah, absolutely, Aurora. I totally would agree with that. You know, any new aircraft you start to learn, once you kind of get the beginning hang of it, it becomes really fun. It really does. Hey, don't forget, guys, if you would, really appreciate it. Smash that thumbs up button. Looks like I've got 15 right now is what I'm seeing. Would appreciate being able to get to 20, if at all possible, by the time we get to Knoxville. Really would love 30. Shall I say 40? Hey, Johan back. I am great, man. I am great. We landed in Chattanooga. Hope you got to see the landing, and we're going to get on up to Knoxville, Tennessee here in the DC-3 this evening. Glad some of my YouTube buddies are in here with us. And guys, we are going to be thinking about another discussion group like we had a Saturday a week ago. And Mickety Mike, myself, Owls, maybe CST if he can make it. I don't know what day. CST's only available one night. Mike's available a few more. And Owls and I are pretty much free for him when we can. But going to try to have another discussion group here before too long. All right, we're back on Taxiway Delta the way we're supposed to be. And once we get down here, we got a couple of things that we've got to do in the aircraft before we can get in the air. I put some new graphics, as you can see there at the bottom, my Discord channel, Captain Jack Flight Sim. Got a few new graphics that I'm going to be adding in from here to there, so hope you guys enjoy that. Okay. Chattanooga traffic, United 501 DC3, going to line up and wait on runway 15, Chattanooga. Okay, we'll get turned around here on the runway. We'll get lined up. We'll set the parking brake. And we'll get ready for toga. Yeah, really like the old silver medal on it, Aurora. Yeah, it's. I have an American Airlines DC3. I got to get that nose lined up just right there, or we will not be straight down the runway. I think that looks pretty good. All right, let's get our tail wheel locked. Got to go down underneath and make sure that tail wheel behaves itself. Okay, come on, get in the lock position there. Hey, there we go. All right, she's good. We're back up here. Let's go through our takeoff checklist. Okay, I'm going to make sure the altimeters are set. So I'm going to hit the B button. That does change our altitude just a little bit there. And guys, if you are ready, let's see. Let's bring up the throttle cam here. And I think... let's make sure that's there.
Toga! 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 Toga!
Let's get her done. Get in the air in the DC3. All right, here we go. Throttles full power forward. Auto rich on the mixture. Tail's got to come up. Okay, tail's up. Let's see if I can keep her down the runway. Got to use the rudder, not too much. Keep her down the runway. And at 80 knots, rotate. And we're up. Hey, Owls is back. Owls, welcome, welcome. You're back. There we go. Let's get an outside view of this takeoff. Big C-140 or something down there. All right, let's get the gear up. Gear coming up. Kind of all over the place watching the airplane from the outside. Okay, gear is up and stowed. Okay, we're gonna make our left turn towards Knoxville. I'm gonna get those flaps up. Get rid of some of that drag. Ah, she a rattly old thing, ain't she? Let's see, J Foot 709. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hey, glad you're here. Hey guys, if you haven't yet, please hit that thumbs up button. Please hit the thumbs up button tonight for the flight with the DC3. Okay, we're going to kind of turn to a heading of 043, so that's coming around on our compass. All right. And we're going to head on up northeast towards Knoxville. Okay, let's get ready to lock in our autopilots. Okay, there we go. Let's get lined up. Remember, we've got to line up our gyro with the compass. Okay, that looks good. We can turn her on. And we can start to climb. Okay, we're climbing at about 1,000 feet a minute. It may fluctuate just a little bit, but here we go, guys. We are up in the air. Let's make sure that we get our climb. Okay, climb, we should be at 2350 RPM. I do not have all this stuff memorized just yet, so we're going to go down here. And we're going to change our climb RPM to 2350. Okay. And our throttle and climb, if I can find it on the right page. Okay. You see, I'm going through the checklist here. Okay. Where's my climb? Climb, climb, climb. There we are. 42 on the manifold. So we can bring that down just a little bit. We're going to climb at 42 and 23. Okay, we are good. Climbing is set. We're climbing at about 1,000 feet per minute. We've got the gyroscopes and the direction locked in. We're looking good. Climb indicator is showing good. Our speed, we're climbing out at about 126 knots. So we're well on our way to Nashville, or to Knoxville rather, climbing out over East Chattanooga, Tennessee. Yeah, one of the things, once again, that I'm really looking forward to, really looking forward to, is being able to turn the graphics all the way up in this aircraft. Interstate 75 from Chattanooga to Knoxville there. Yeah, it's a real pretty part of the country, Scott, for sure. Climbing out over Chickamauga Lake. Now, I want to get outside the aircraft. I'm going to turn the sounds down just a little bit. But this is an area that I spent a lot of my childhood at, a lot of my growing up teenage years, right here on Chickamauga Lake. And it is truly a beautiful area. As a matter of fact, my family had a place on the lake right up in this area. It looks like we're going to more or less fly out that way. You're going to be able to see the nuclear power plant, or at least it was nuclear at one time. And this is really cool because look at that. You can see the steam from the cooling towers coming off there. And this is that We Love VFR edition that I put into the simulator. But yeah, spent many hours in the summer up in this area of Tennessee, and really just loved it. Really just loved it here. Got started in radio. My career in radio started in Chattanooga. All right, we need to come back in here, and we need to change our heading a little bit more. So we'll let the airplane gradually come around. I'm going to bring it up to about 045, and that'll put us back on the track. Yeah, Scott says We Love VFR also a must add on. Yeah, absolutely. I found it this way, Scott. I showed some pictures earlier, and actually I'll do it again, of me flying the DC-3 yesterday around the WSM transmitter site in Nashville, which we got to actually visit a couple of years ago for work. And here, I'm going to go ahead and bring this up. They haven't exactly replicated the tower perfectly, but man, they did a great job with the transmitter building and the little outbuilding that they have here. And then there's another, their extra antenna that they have, a backup antenna. This is all very real, and is pretty spectacular. They did a good job for the height of the antenna, but I'm gonna dig up a picture here of what the WSM, it's called a Blaw-Knox diamond antenna. We're coming up on 6,000 feet, so I think we're probably gonna cruise here. So let's go ahead and change our gyroscope and get ourselves down to 6,000 feet. Gonna just kind of fine tune it here, adjust it a little more. And we're going to hold this altitude. It's actually about 5,900 feet, and we're on course. What I want to start doing real quick, then I'll go look for that picture, is I want to get the VOR. And actually, they do not have us. This does not have us going to a VOR. It has us following this course. for however many miles. Okay, we don't have a VOR to follow at this point. However, we will have the Tennessee VOR to follow just a little bit later. As a matter of fact, let me get that frequency. The volunteer VOR for Tennessee volunteers. .4. I'm going to put that in the radio and see if we get a heading to follow that way, since we don't really have that sim. Okay, yeah, we're actually going to be able to see this VOR, so we'll look down here and I'll make the adjustment on my other control panel here. Okay, there we go. All right. You can see how the needle's crossed. And we've got our direction needle here. So I'm going to change our course to follow that VOR. I'm going to adjust it down here on my other panel that you guys can't see. Randall, have a good night. Thanks for being here, buddy. Hope you smash that thumbs up. 21 likes. Hey, can we do 30? Can we do 30? I'll go ahead and ask for 30 by the time we land there in Tyson. That would be great. We're not showing any information or controllers on for the Knoxville area tonight. Hey, thanks for the 21. Thanks for the 21 thumbs up, guys. Sure appreciate it. If we could get 30 by the end of the night, if there's enough of us here, sure would appreciate you. Sure would appreciate you. All right, let's see. I just want to play with something here. Let's see if this works. Ah, that worked. All right, very good. We don't really need that here, but there you go. There you go. Anyway, good deal. This is fun. I want to make sure I have my landing recorder up for our landing in Knoxville. Let's see. Berna says 1 like per each flight. Yeah, you can only do it once. You can only do it once yourself. So that's all right. But if somebody hasn't yet, I would really appreciate that. It looks like we're at 69 views so far. Hey, that's awesome. That is absolutely awesome. Okay, good deal. Well, as we continue on, yeah, let me show you that Blah Knox WSM tower in real life. Let's see, Blah, B-A-L-W, Knox tower. Okay, there we go. Let's see, it's an 808-foot tower. This thing is just freakishly unbelievable. I have been to it. I have seen it IRL. I've seen it in real life. Here, let me go ahead and just pull that over for you here, and we'll make it max screen. This is an 800-foot tall tower, guys. The glass insulator down at the base of this thing is just, what'd that do? Is just beyond imagination. It literally is 9 feet tall, and it's just a huge glass base insulator that this whole tower, imagine what the weight of this tower is with its supporting guy wires pulling down on it. But that's what the real WSM tower looks like. I really kind of wish they had rendered it better in Flight Simulator here. Let's see if I can get a better picture of it. If we can bring that up. Hello, there we go. All right, that'll do. Yeah, you guys can probably see that. Anyway, 828 feet tall. It's kind of an old antebellum southern building that the transmitter site is in, or that the transmitter itself is in. And I tell you what, one night I'll share some pictures with you here on the stream, because I have a whole thing full of pictures, but I don't have them on my current computers here. So I will definitely have to show that to you here some evening. Okay, we're pretty much on course here. I'll bring Sky Vector over to where you can see where we are. I'll go ahead and maximize that just so it brings up. There's our aircraft. We're about a third of the way through. Up here at this waypoint, we're going to turn to 072, and we'll start getting some information ready here in just a few minutes for our landing at KTYS. I knew this DC3 was going to be a fun stream tonight. Thanks for joining me. Really appreciate it. Yep, hit that thumbs up button for me. Would greatly appreciate that from you guys. I tell you what, if you don't mind, hang on just a moment. I'm going to make a run to the little pilot's room, and then I will be right back. So hang tight. All right, we'll get back in here in the flight deck, and we'll continue on here. We're going to be to our 072 waypoint before too much longer. Looks like we are over the upper end of Chickamauga Lake. It is a big lake that's part of the Tennessee River and the Tennessee Valley Authority Electrical Power Management Complex. That's the Tennessee River. Of course, you know, we took off along the Tennessee River back at Huntsville. And we can look back, Chattanooga, back off in the distance there, as we fly this beautiful mainliner. State of California is the livery that came with it. Now, there is another version of this that actually has GPS and gyroscope GPSs in it, and I do want to kind of try to learn to fly that a little bit, but I love this old Sperry autopilot. It's just really kind of cool and romantic, and you know, for those of us like myself who are 60 or more, you know, this plane can really evoke some memories. Guys, the history of the DC-3 is absolutely freaking incredible. As a matter of fact, I love this aircraft so much. I have a model of it, and this is a heavy steel model. It's heavy, man. I mean, it's got a lot of weight to it. And this is a model of the an American Airlines flagship series. And this one is flagship Knoxville. How about that? Appropriately enough, I don't know if you can read that on the camera, but appropriately enough, we're flying into Knoxville tonight. But we're using a United livery for that. And yeah, I can't remember who it was that said earlier in the chat that have you checked you know, all the proper routes for that? And you know, we're gonna have to look that up. There's so many great, and I mean really great videos on vintage aircraft. And oh, there's another power plant with cooling towers down there. There's so many great videos on YouTube about vintage airlines and vintage aircraft that I would encourage you guys to check those out when you can. You know, something else I'll show you here real quick, and I've got to get angled here to where you can see it. But we can check the fuel levels in the fuel tanks. So if we go here, right main, yep, looks like we're at about 40 some odd gallons there. Left main, 40 some odd gallons. We do have plenty of fuel in our aux tanks, and we can switch those tanks down here on our fuel selectors. I can get to where we can see it good enough. Yeah, there we go. So, you know, just for grins, we could go ahead and switch to right aux tank here. And let's do that on the left-hand side. We'll just do that for the grins and giggles of it. How about that? Come on, get over here where I can see you. Okay. Is he going to let me? Okay, let's reset the view here a little bit. There we go. Now I should be able to get down here and do it. There. Oh, no, we did not want to do that. Okay, we got a problem. Yeah, let's get that. That was not good. Okay, we may have an engine issue here, and it may be my fault. Let's see. No, all right, we're good. It caught back up. I did this successfully last night because I was running out of fuel in that left-hand side. And so I really need to switch it. Let's see, this may be a little temperamental here. Okay, there we go. Now we're in the left aux. Okay. Als, I'm glad you're here tonight. Scott says, where did you get that model? Scott, this model came from a buddy of mine. I think you literally picked it up at a secondhand store. I think it was on a shelf at a secondhand store, and he picked it up, and I traded him something for it. It was crazy. I said, you got one of those? I want it. What do you want for it? So there you go. Yeah, J-Foot, yeah, it's a good thing the lines had some fuel in them. Yeah, you're absolutely right. But now we're on our aux tanks, although we don't necessarily need to be. And we probably had enough fuel to go ahead and get on into Knoxville on the main tanks. But, let's just have some fun. We'll do that. Good thing that's what J-Foot said. Hey, Al's, put in the stream. When is your next stream, man? It's tomorrow evening, I think. Is that right? I could look that up real quick. I need to start having your guys' schedule to where we can put it up here. But I think you're tomorrow night, aren't you? Okay, we need to go ahead and make a turn here to 072. So we're going to turn our gyro to about 072, and we're going to continue on into Knoxville. Okay, turning to 072. And that is kind of taking us towards the Volunteer VOR, which we can see here on our directional needle. And I kind of skewed off it a little bit by messing about with it, so let's bring that back on. Yeah, like I said, I'm still learning how to fly this aircraft too. Okay, we're set there. But we actually need to turn a little more to head towards the airport. So we're not quite where we should be, so let's go ahead and turn the aircraft to 080 for the moment. A slight little turn there. 6,000 feet over Central Tennessee here, guys. Okay, everything looks good. Our cruise and our power are set. You set power by the manifold. Oh man, Alice, what's wrong with your game, dude? What happened? I know that you were having a couple of issues last night, but gee, what happened, man? I hope it's not too tough there. And by the way, Alice, thanks for chiming in on the new computer. As a matter of fact, I think I'll try to show you guys, or at least what I'm thinking about here. Yeah, I've decided that I'm going to do a computer build bundle. And I think it's going to start out. Yeah, here we go. Let me bring up monitor 2. Okay, if you guys can see that, for right at $400, you're going to get the i9 12900K, the Asus Z790 V Prime board there, the DDR5 32 gig of memory, and I want to add a 4070 or something into it along those lines for the video card. So that's kind of the plan here. We may be relegating the current flight sim computer to a backup role. And the nice thing there is I'll be able to turn all the settings up to basically ultra, maximum or even ultra in the flight sim, so it'll look really, really good. Man, I love the way this autopilot works. It took me a while to figure out how to get it to work, so if you ever have any questions, let me know. Scott says you can use the RMI to either track or home the VO. Yeah, track means having a wing correction angle to keep a straight line. Home would have you an arc to the VOR until the track is straight. Yeah, roger that. You know, I really need to learn a lot more about that in depth and study that a little bit more too, Scott. And I love having Scott in here, guys. He is a former real-life SkyWest pilot, and I have learned so much from him. Debriefing after some of these streams and having a good time just talking about flight simulation. Now, I'm not sure how we're getting up to 9,000 feet. I thought I had a set, so we're going to go ahead and nose down a little bit. We're going to start losing some of this altitude, which means we're going to start getting faster, which means I need to pull back on the prop a little bit to where we can keep our speed without, to where we can descend a little bit without getting too fast. So we're going to get back down to about 5,000 feet. We may go ahead and speed up. That's all right. Scott said that's old school flying. Many of the younger pilots aren't even taught how to do that anymore. Yeah, using cross-country VORs and all that kind of thing, Scott. Yeah, absolutely. I tell you, learning how to fly cross-country with VOR to me is extremely interesting. I love navigation. I love what it takes to navigate yourself across country in the air, and that would really be a good thing to learn more about. Okay, so we are descending about 500 feet a minute, and my other indicator's telling me the VOR is 32 miles away. So yeah, we need to start descending into Knoxville anyway. That's also one thing that's going to help us here, that's going to help us with the distance and descent, is knowing how far that VOR is away. Although the VOR itself is to the northeast of the airport, but that's all right. All right, let's go back to monitor 2 here, and let's look up what we're going to need METAR-wise for KTYS. And once again, if you haven't yet, guys, please smash that thumbs up button. Really, really appreciate it. Okay, so we've got about a 4-knot headwind, so we're going to be landing onto runway 5. Looks like we're going to come in direct from the south here. Yeah, all right. Yeah, so we'll come in on 5 right. So let me bring that up in Chart Fox to where you guys can see what we're going to do. And we are on simaware.ca. And you know, I forgot to pull the flight plan in to fshub.io. So let me do that real quick. Okay, it didn't like that for whatever reason. Oh, okay, there we go. Okay, we'll set active flight plan. Okay, that's fine for that. Okay. That will help us as well. So, okay, back over here. KTYS ground, airport diagram. So, yeah, we're going to come in from the south here, and we're going to land on runway 5 right. That's my plan. at this point. That'll take us down to the FBO. We're going to go to the FBO there, which is a signature FBO, which was on the the Stream Open card. 9,000-foot runway. And we'll go ahead and go down to the FBO right there. All right, very good. There's Interstate 75 out our left window. Let's see what the view out our left wing looks like. God, I love this airplane. Yeah, see, I want to turn up my rendering to where that all just looks nice and crisp and real. That would be really super. I'm at about 66 FPS here right now. So yeah, that could definitely be better. Okay, I feel like the airplane is turning here. Oh, I'm getting a phone call, but I'll have to take that a little bit later. Okay. All right then. Yeah, this is a really, really fun flight tonight, guys. I am enjoying this immensely. So we'll get on into Knoxville here. We're going to continue to descend. And let's set our descend. Power settings and manifold pressure, so we need to be at 20 to 22 inches and 2050 RPM. So let's come back here and we're going to set our RPM to 2050. And our power settings, we're going to set down at 20 to 22. So we're going to come way down here with the power. And once again, you can see what I'm doing here. And our mixture actually should be an auto lean. So there we go. We've got our power settings, 20 to 22. Our descend power settings, our descend RPM. Trying to get these props matched up here. Okay. That should have us descending nicely, and it looks like it is. So we're going to go ahead and descend our field elevation. Let me bring that up. Of course, that should be in ChartFox as well. You're going to need to get the CTAC. Okay, 938 feet there at the threshold of runway 5 right, which is where we're heading. Okay, Scott says, old school, it wasn't me. Yeah, there you go, Scott. Okay. I know we're going to have to come to the right to head to the airport a little bit, so let's go ahead and get a little right here. As a matter of fact, I'm going to go ahead and descend us down. We're going to start flying a pattern in. So I'm going to turn us to about right there. So 110 degrees. We're actually getting fairly close into the airport. I bet we should be able to see it out there. Not quite yet. I think that it's off over there. Using a little dead reckoning, a little guessing, and a little looking at Sky Vector over here. As a matter of fact, I'll bring this over here where you can see it. So here's our aircraft, here's the airport. As a matter of fact, there's the airport right in front of us. So what we're going to do is we're going to continue to descend, and we're going to make a right turn And we're going to head on the heading away from that runway. I don't want the... Okay, we're coming into 5 right. 5 right does not have an ILS. Okay, so we're going to turn to... Yeah, we need to turn to 180. Now, the airplane may not like this big a turn in autopilot. And we need to be at about 2,700 feet. So we're going to keep going this way until we descend to 2,700 feet. And I need to look up the CTAF frequency for KTYS. So let me do that. Okay, it's being stubborn here. And I've got to watch my altitude. Okay, altitude is fine. So, stand by. Okay, 121, 200. Think I hear an outer marker. 121, 200. Okay, take that. Okay, let's go ahead and turn right heading. And we want 230. Okay, we're at 3,700 feet. And we're going to get ready to turn back to the runway on 051. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's make that turn. And when we get down to about 3,100 feet, that's where our main entry point is going to be. So we want to go to 051. So we're going to continue this turn. Airplane's behaving really nicely. Okay, there's 0, there's 3. Okay. There's 051. And we're coming down towards 3,000 feet. And we're going to get lined up. And I'm going to take over the aircraft here momentarily. We're going to get our flight recorder up to where we can hopefully watch a couple landings here. Okay, yep, there's the airport in sight. So I need to get some flaps down, and we need to start slowing this bird down. And I'm going to disengage the autopilot. Okay, my aircraft. Okay, let's get that. Going to bring the power down to where we can get some speed down and get the gear down, and we're going to come in on 05 right. Let's get over and get lined up on the runway. It's a visual approach. Yeah, those window pylons kind of get in the way of you seeing what you're doing. Okay, I still need to get the speed down. Let's get another notch of flaps in. We're at 3/4 flaps. Okay, and I still want to get that speed down more. Trying to get the nose up while we continue to descend. There's that outer marker. Yep. The throttle's going to holler at me. Still can't quite get my speed down where I want it. I don't want to go flaps full just yet. Once I can get, and I actually think I'm going to have to. You're not supposed to lower, okay, the wheels, we're almost in the lower wheels range speed-wise, so that's good. Okay, wheels can go down. We're at the yellow mark. You know, I see that the throttle cam picture is not letting you guys see the speed. But we're configured for landing, so here we go. I'm going to go ahead and start the flight recorder. Going to get mixture fuel. Listen to your sound of your prop pitch come up. And we'll go ahead and get on down into Knoxville here, guys. KTYS. Need to line up on the runway a little bit more. We'll do a missed approach if we have to, but don't really want to. Got to get to where I can see that runway. There we go. Okay, here we go. Pretty happy with this. And we are recording, so we'll get to watch a landing. Let's see, I don't want to get down too far. So we're going to bring the power up. We're at 90 knots. Speed and everything is good. Let's get lined back up on the runway. God, sounds are just crazy, man. You feel like you've been transported back about 40 years. Okay, I am doing some adjustments on the throttle, as you can see in the throttle cam there, but we're coming in. We're a little above the glide slope, but we have a big long runway and an old airplane to work with. Low and slow. Gonna bring back the power a little bit. Let's bring that nose up just a little. Bleed that speed off back down to 90 or so. Not as fast as 737 or an A320, but pretty challenging here. I've got in a little left rudder and a little right aileron. Okay, good. Here we come in over the threshold. Got my aiming point picked. We're going to leave the power up until we get almost down on the runway. And bring the power down, bring the nose up just ever so much. Hey, there we go. Minus 95. Hey, I think I know how to land a DC-3. Oh, thank you very much. Before an astonished studio audience. Now if I can just get the tail down to where I can have some steering. Okay, there we go. This is the hard part, man. It's hard to keep this aircraft on the freaking runway. Oh, and my tail wheel is locked. That's all right. Let's get the tail wheel unlocked, and then I can steer it. One thing, it's always a lot better to do that tail wheel, to get that tail wheel unlocked almost as soon as you get on the ground, because that way, you, or as that tail hits, because then you have steering. Yeah, nice landing. Yeah, minus 95. Hey. I am happy. Yeah, buddy. Okay, we're going to go over here to the signature FBO. And then we'll watch a replay or two. Let's go ahead and get our flaps up. See the flaps, the structure there. They kind of split off from the bottom of the wing. It's very interesting in this aircraft. Really have to dance on the pedals. Yeah, you are not kidding. And like I said, you really need to free that tail wheel up just about the minute that tail gets down on the ground, and it can be a little difficult to coordinate. Okay, we're going to pull up over here at Signature, and then we're going to leave the engines running. And we're going to watch a replay or two. Now, my sim has not crashed on me in the replay for quite a while. Hopefully that problem is over. I hope. We'll see. All right, let's get turned around here in front of Signature. And we'll have basically the same shot that we had for the opening screen here tonight. All right, guys, good deal. Welcome to Knoxville. All right, let's put the brake on, come to a full stop, and there we go. Man, nice. Okay, let's go ahead and see if we can watch a replay here or two. What do you say? Let's get back in here. All right, and hopefully things will behave. Okay, there we go. Watch the gear come down. I'm going to get rid of that. We're going to go ahead and sign off that sim just in case anybody is paying any attention. See the flaps there, looking good, looking good. Yeah, you know, Scott, I think I'm going to start doing that. Just unlock the tail wheel on final. Yeah, I think that's a really good idea. Yeah, nose comes up, and we just kind of glide it down. How about that? That's just as pretty as you please. All right. Pause that. Let's roll it back a little bit. Let's get a passenger view here and resume replay. Over the hills of Knoxville there. Yeah, I am just super pleased with this. That was great. Just watch out the wing. See the little adjustments. FPM on this landing, Aurora, minus 95. Minus 95. I tell you what, I'm so happy with that. Hey, CST, thank you so much, buddy. Yeah, there we are, just right over the runway. Wheels touch down. Nice. Yeah, I am thrilled. This is great. Let's hit resume again. Yeah, minus 95. Yeah, Scott put that in there too. By the way, if you go to fshub.io and you look up Captain Jack, you can see my flights, and we had a minus 143 into Chattanooga and a minus 95. I'm going to wear that one like a crown, man, I tell you. It's so great. Look at the buildings out there as we come in. Okay, we saw out the left wing. Let's go out the right wing here. Mountains of eastern Tennessee there, the Great Smoky Mountains. Okay, awesome. Man, thank you so much, guys, for being here tonight. We'll give you a couple of more replays, and we'll call it an evening, but can't thank you enough for being here. Everybody who made it, be here next Wednesday night, 6:30 p.m. Mountain Time will be my next live stream, and who knows, maybe we'll be on a new computer then. Don't forget, check out Mickety Mike, check out Owls, check out CST Gaming, check out my ham buddy Matt, K0LWC on YouTube. Really appreciate their friendship and support. And everything that we do here on YouTube, guys, we do for you, and we can't do it without you, and we really appreciate it. All right, take care. God bless. Peace and long life. See you next time. Enjoy the replays, and don't forget to hit that thumbs up button and subscribe if you haven't. Take care. By the way, that's my son, William, composed and wrote this jazzy kind of music. Thanks, guys. Good night.